then I think it's time for us to continue doing what we were doing, which was, I believe, taking out this corrupted zone right behind us. I think that's the last corrupted zone for us. And it's actually one we started trying to take on a while ago. And we were trying to do it sneaky beaky by sniping them up here, but it never really worked out. Oh, that's right. I hate tramplers, and I hate foghorn leghorn.
Yes.
Stream elements, I'm pretty sure it's a little late to be announcing that I'm streaming something when I'm already live. Don't you think? Yeah, that's not one that makes sense in my opinion. Ow. Yeah, we'll have to take another look at the stream elements bot later. Just one of those things to take a look at, you know.
Gotta follow up.
Now we're taking health damage. Oh, god damn it. Nice. Alright, all corrupted zones completed. Let's go. It'd be great if these burbs went away. Fox. Someone would say, what does the fox say? I would say the fox says it's dead. Alright. I got two important things I need to take care of before we go and even consider to moving to the next part of the story. And that is to collect medicinal herbs. Because as you can see, we don't have a lot. In fact, one could say we don't have almost any. And that would be because we don't. We used them up fighting a lot of corrupted enemies.
I need this.
In fact, all of them. But thankfully, all the corrupted enemies are uncorrupted and, oh yes, dead. I mean, if you take a look at everything, you should see no corruption. I mean, I could go around and find, like, every single, oh, we've missed a village, too. We could light every single bonfire. I don't think that's really worth our time. We could finish a couple of these kind of, like, extra side questos. I mean, we still could. It wouldn't be that difficult to do. Ah, screw it. Let's do that. You know, we're completing everything. We might as well. Especially since we can't actually play the next game. Because I don't have... well, because it's not on PC and I don't have a PlayStation 5 and I'm not going to buy it for the PS4 if I'm going to buy a PS5 at some point. I mean, sure, if I really wanted to play it, I could just settle for it. But I don't want to settle for it. I would rather wait for it to come out in PC in 3 years. Though, actually, I read something very interesting. And that Sony is actually looking at first-party games releasing to wider audiences. Capturing the market earlier. Which means, if it's the report I saw is accurate, it means Sony will be releasing PC, Xbox, and PlayStation games at the same time. And in my opinion, I think that is a better strategy for the market than saying, nope, you have to buy our PlayStation 5 to play this game. If you want to play it elsewhere, you gotta wait 3 to 8 years. No, that's actually more accurate if you are on PC, 3 to 8 years. And if they port it to PC, you know it's probably gonna be shit. Because, they don't have a very good track record of porting PC games. At all.
This is where the Otaru wanted to say her goodbyes.
Oh, no. I did not buy sufficient amount of wire. I bought like 1,000 wire and we're out. I'm actually not surprised, but oof, that sucks. Very nice. Oh, good.
When we fled from our cages during the liberation, I tore through this clearing, thinking my friend was behind me. I kept running, but here she remains. Thank you for making it safe for me to return.
I don't want to rush you, but it won't stay safe for long.
I understand. I've done this before in waking dreams. In the pool, I'll find the bracelet of seeds she dropped when she fell. The seeds will be split, escaped, grown wild. She's passing from my memory into the jungles. I'll tell her it was I who died here and became a stranger in our own land, and she who still lives in every time of planting, of rains, harvests.
What is it?
There. Her bracelet. And I thought she was behind me. But there's only my reflection.
All sadness.
For the first time, I am.
For the first time, I am. I have no clue. Hi, Sawi. So the hope is we can do this next one without, like, having to shoot too many arrows or die or take damage or anything like that.
This must be the sun's climb, where the Banuk wants to paint his mark.
Though, of course, if I know this game, I'm gonna have to do some fighting here. So I don't think you were able to see last week's. So the blue over our health is our shield. And as long as we have a shield up, we will not take health damage. It also really makes an annoying noise when we take damage, but it means you're safe. Of course. I hate these assholes. We have one too. Not the time to be missing. Dead.
It's good to be free of city.
I see that they come here as soon as we do this.
You were a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
While the
There'll be more where
spirit
they
of
came
the
from.
Glinthawks linger.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave this story. A monument to our vanished shamans, to the wisdom the Carja bled
Shamans.
from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all that was cut away.
Until, you know, you cut out the mountain. It is
You
done.
have my thanks, Hunter.
Okay. The next one is over here. Meridian Gate. I'm gonna go up here and hope there is a person I can purchase wire from.
Khan Hadish once again leads the Hunter's Lodge. Could not ask for a more noble wife.
Here we are. Resources. Wire. Every 5 wire is 6 arrows. Naturally, we need a lot of arrows. Because I'm bad. And I don't really need any of this 12,000 shards. I remember at a point we had where I was just like, I can't afford anything. I have no shards. And now I'm like, I have 12,000 shards. What do I even need to buy? Truly. You just become rich. And honestly, you might be like, wow, you've got 400 wire. That's so much. I'm like, not really. I'm going to buy 500 and hope that's going to be enough. No, and my inventory is full, so I did have to stop at 500 regardless. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna buy everything. Why? Because we can. Well, almost everything. We don't have all the stuff we need. Actually, I could probably buy back some. Let's see. Nope. I need fatty meat, which I cannot purchase. But that's okay. Like, these are some pretty nice looking designs for things. Like, you gotta hand it to them. Like, they did good. It's just I'm not gonna use most of these. So I'm only missing 2 of the outfits. Okay. Anyway. You know what? I'm just gonna mark these to sell. Well, actually, hold on. Do I even want to buy these? Sure. You know what? Let's buy all the weapons. We've upgraded all of our space for it, so... Why the heck not? We're a hoarder. Fatty meat, rich meat, slagshine glass. Don't got any of those. Yeah. There are some cool weapons here, but, like, I only use one. So, alright, anyway, back to here. Perfect. That opened up a ton of space. Now we're gonna buy some more wire. 501. Alright. So here's hoping we have enough. Now we have to go to the Shrine of Kings. To, I don't know what. Yeah, the only thing we haven't done is, like, done any of the, like, all of the tutorial stuff. Wait, hold on. I want to go up here, I think. Okay. Nailed it. Alright, I need to actually go back there and purchase some potions. Well, we'll do that in Meridian before we get started with everything else.
This must be the Shrine of Kings that Naman told me about.
You know, I don't think I should be up here. It's okay, I'm a professional. It's
The
called...
one here is more ancient than the old ones.
It's called controlled falling. Controlled falling. Oh god. I don't have something to break my fall. The ground. The ground will break my fall. Now we're gonna land on this tree. See? Controlled falling. Nailed it.
You won't get in there. That dried up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Osram want with a Karja shrine anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of loss?
Try me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. Then he gave them a show in their sun ring for good measure. The Karja gave me back his broken bones, but what use are they? They won't build again. They won't make me smile.
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. The marks his hands carved. The set of the metals they hammered. That's the soul of him. But that shriveled up old priest won't let me near it.
I'll see what I can do.
Turn away, child. The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in his retreat.
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to pray here.
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our tribe has lost the light. Our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and our soldiers weak. The sun hastens across the sky for shame.
So the Karja have become impure? What does that even mean?
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The sun is pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will, only to act upon it.
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's will.
The boy dishonored his father, dishonored us all. To kill the Sun King. What shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Karja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors, chased out of the city, exiled to Sunfall and the Forbidden West.
The Forbidden
Our tribe
West.
is torn. The ones who walked in light now go by shadow.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone. I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
You don't believe in the throne, the priesthood, the army, or the city, so I guess you have no authority here.
I have the authority of the sun.
Then call it for help. No one else will listen.
There'll be a reckoning.
You'll back away from it.
You'll back away from it.
Grew up but just completed his blacksmithing apprenticeship, opening his own shop in Mainspring. Hard as it is to admit, we're going to need to decide which.
Oh, absolutely.
He gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Karja do.
Keep the wheel turning all day. By the forge, I believe I've earned a drink or two.
I believe I earned a drink or two. Looks like, let's see, still working on the kinks for this overlay. It seems this is a little too far down. Better. I know that the loading screen goes like up to like half a centimeter above the bottom, but it was like covering it up. It's not gonna make a difference in what you see, but I was just like, well, let's show everything I can, you know. Like, the loading bar is quite literally like half a centimeter to a centimeter just
I
above
have a matter
the
of
bottom.
grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
It's honestly a little annoying, but not a big.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy.
Preferably with no friends.
So you've come back to the temple.
I was invited back. The priests wanted to hear what I had to say about reconciliation with the other tribes. They're listening. At least they've begun to listen. There's a distance between ears and deeds.
Because of what we did?
What you did.
It was for the mourners. I think it helped them.
You set them on the path. You can't know what their journeys hold. Such is the priest's lot. Perhaps a red robe would suit you.
No.
Not me. Besides, your temple doesn't even take women.
We would be richer if we did. Go in light, my friend, and let the sun cast your way.
Thank you, Naman. Where I'm going, I could probably use all the light I can get.
Alright, I think that is quite legitimately. We've got the Looming Shadow. What's this? Oh, that is the DLC. I am not doing all 15 challenges perfectly. Hell no. Errands. Oh yeah. Huh. We got 2 errands to do. We did all the bandit camps. Did all the tall necks. Did all the hunting... No, fuck the hunting grounds. Did all the cauldrons. Did all the corrupted zones. And kind of say, fuck all of this. Let's do the errands, why not? It's EXP plus the boxes we get will actually have a potential for a large difference in the middle of battle. Because if I run out of parts, I might have to be like, oh shit, I need wire. Hopefully one of the boxes I have has wire. So we either do that or just hope that we manage to beat it in enough time. But let's do these 2 things. The Curious Proposal and the other one. I think that will be everything outside of weapons for the... Plus, this gives us a chance to find the medicinal herbs we need.
Dusk Mesa. Now I need to find someplace too high to reach, if I'm to believe anything Fernand said.
A place too high to reach. Well, if there's anything I'm good at, it is climbing impossible things in ways not intended. I'm really good at that part.
What do you know? And it's empty.
Spear girl!
Of course.
You found it. The perfect location for an ambush. Now throw down that magnificent spear, and we'll let you live.
You've obviously heard of me. You know what I'm capable of. Why do you think this will turn out well for you?
I like the odds. Get her.
I like the
Oh,
odds.
bother.
I love how they ambushed me, but like They're like, where is she? I like how they shouted, duck! No, I'm a goose, silly.
Nowhere to run now! No, I missed!
Bro, I'm not even moving. And you missed.
What are you doing? Get down!
That's the last of them. But Fernand ran off. Right to the Meridian docks, I'll bet.
Silly fool. That's Palace of the Sun. Ah, there's where we want to go. Plus, we have like 6 skill points to put in, which should only give us like very few skills, actually. But, I mean, some skills are better than no skills, right? Healer?
Are you Galeev? The healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself, but you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
The answer is no.
I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin, thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we are calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
An ideological impasse.
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Carja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I use the last of my stock on a tent girl.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience. But in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it. And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl, Perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
Those parts aren't exactly easy to come by.
As it happens, a Thunderjaw prowls the Valley of Omens, north and west of here. I know it well because they expect me to put its victims back together. Runaways, mostly.
If I do this, it's not for you.
Oh, I'm not expecting you to do it at all. But I'll be heading back to the Citadel later.
Oh, I'm not expecting you to do this at all. Do I want to kill another Thunderjaw? Fine. We'll do it. Fish skin. Motherfucking fish skins. What the fuck needs a fish skin?
We
Fine.
stopped to Meridian. I'll bet he's eating well now.
I've gotten good at killing Thunderjaws, unfortunately. They're actually not that difficult. The last one we fought was actually really difficult. Simply because of the location. You could hardly see anything. Because it was in the jungle. So I had trees blocking my way and glint hawks shooting at me. It was horrible. Glint hawks and freaking tropical trees. There was one other thing that was an issue. What was it? Oh yes, there was like some chargers too.
This has to be the place. The Thunderjaw shouldn't be hard to find.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking of a Thunderbird, not a Thunderjaw. Thunderjaws are even easier. We had to kill like 3 of them last week. This guy's easy, just bob and weave, yo. Got him. Oh fuck, I missed. Actually, Thunderjaws are even easier with our freaking shield. There we go. One more issue to take care of, and then he is like partially done and easy. Ugh. Take out the top thing, and he cannot shoot rockets at us. There we go. Fuck yeah. And we hit level 45. Let's go. Oh, we need the Shadow Stalwart outfit, eh? Okay. You have to wear Shadow Karja armor to be able to go to the Shadow Karja lands right now.
Have a better
I
one.
have your machine part. A deal's a deal. See to the girl, and it's yours.
On my oath. But tell me, if this girl survives, what do you suppose is her future?
It's better than not having a future at all.
What a charming notion. Come, come, let's be quick about this. Kindness doesn't keep well in the heat.
Duran is murdered and the derangement gets even worse? Can't convince me that's a coincidence.
Starving was bad enough, but at least we had our Sun King to guide us.
It's you. Hello again.
I've brought someone to see your sister.
How did you... What did we do to deserve... No, wait. I don't even want to ask, in case a shadow passes over and it's gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
Cool.
I remember. Edom is gone.
Okay. Now we need to go to the docks and deal with somebody who tried to kill us after we go find some more Healingtons. I think there'd be more healing items, but then again, we've probably like replenished most of this world's healing items. Product of being bad at the game. Yeah, if we can get this fully healed up, oh, like that being full would be, oh, so good. Cause we're gonna need it. Like, there's no way around that part. Like, part of me wants to prepare our bow with 3 in case we get into like a big fight quickly, but also at the same time, I don't want to. Because we also don't know if we even, like, what if we don't need a full triple and we just need a singular and then I waste 2 extra arrows? Then again, what if I need a singular but I fire a triple and 2 of them miss and I would have missed had I not had a trio? Decisions, decisions. outfit change back to my shield weaver. Teleport to the fire. And we're gonna go beat up a dick. Best way to go about it, kill a dick. Absolutely. Welcome back. Yes. Absolutely. Meridian's always such a pain to load into. Even though we did just load into Meridian, we're now in the lower Meridian, which is a completely separate Meridian. So they have to reload and everything for that. Ugh.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
I actually do want to purchase
See for yourself.
some stuff. Oh, nope, not that. Alright, how's our wire doing? We've already lost 50 wire. Look how quickly we lose wire. Alright, before we do that, how are we doing on bundles? We have wood to bundle. Okay. And now we go back to spending a lot of money on shards. Shards, freaking wire. But remember, you also need metal shards.
Fine goods for a
I
fair
bet those
price.
traitorous Oseram will just
make stuff.
when you're in the thick of.
Buy what you need. Check out these wares. Only the finest.
Don't pass up these goods.
Meridian, is the war well and truly over?
Oh no.
Too much Oseram influence at the palace. What's he thinking?
Leave the rest.
Let me in! By fire and spit! Let me in!
Oh, Fernand. Our deal is off.
Oh, it's you. How about a new deal? You could just cut off my finger, or my hand, or my left arm, but that's my final offer.
Tempting, but I want you to spread the word to all your crooked friends. Me and my spear are off limits from now on.
I can do that. What should I tell them?
Tell them how you barely escaped with your life. Get creative. You're good at that. I don't want to have to come find you again.
Understood. You won't hear from any of us ever again.
Understood.
Oseram tries to kill them. And Nora, I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
All right. I think we've finally done it. Everything I am going to bother to do is done. All right. Any fun skills? See, we could be able to slow time while jumping or sliding. That could be useful. Huh, sure. We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, I wish I had known about that. I would have changed what I was doing. Oh, I don't really care. It's like, man, if I had just known I could increase my inventory space by 20%, I could have 20 more spaces. Man, that's what I get for not reading. I don't care. I mean, I kind of do, but I also really kind of don't. Alright, anyway, story time. We're going to the Palace of the Sun during nighttime. Let's go.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target of Vods. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before.
Allow me to apologize.
After everything that happened
for trying to get with you.
Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm
He's
glad
just
that's
like,
behind us.
Well.
Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Blameless Marad.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke with before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will.
I will.
I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Ah, Olin's house. Oh, let's see. Review preparations at the ridge, the spire, and rest. Excellent!
Way down.
Ooh. Sobek's journals are available? Let's see. Is this it? No, that's not it. For some reason, all of our things are marked. Whatever. Anyway. Sobek journals. Let's see. Under repair, under repair, under repair, under repair. This one is not. Alright. Two of them are not. Let's see. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of Starship bridges on those old cheesy SF vids. Living spaces for Alphas already completed. Prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing ZD project labs. Drawing up protocols. The base we are repurposing was huge. Plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crew's already set up my office lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. I guess Murray's intention was to enscone me as all-seeing presence. Ugh, opposite effect. Makes me feel watched on display, tempted to paint it over. Harris recorded his presentation yesterday, suitably bleak. Scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge, Hollow theaters, and first residence block ZD sites are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tuscan. 27 already. Distraction teams prioritizing Pac Rim and Aussie candidates. Scared and confused, they must be snatched off the streets and carted across the world, held in cells. Just hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Going to catch a few hours of sleep here, then flying back to the ZD site. Harris promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect MKL will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 0.6T grounding. From there, I'll spin her up past 1.0T. Wonder how long it'll take to break the 1.3AT record. MIE can go hang. Sleep. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 04:30, so I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. The truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why, then, do I feel so uneasy? Just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow, and it's so long. Alright, I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity with all its fears, but with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Not bad. Good to see some of our stuff is getting repaired so we can see them.
Another attack on the city? What did we do to deserve this?
Oh, that was just the other one. Right. Map. Okay, so that is the rest. So here is the ridge preparation. Let's go here. Who do you think these irregulars are? Oh, my elbow. Well, we're about to find out. Well, I recognize these.
Gotcha.
There's actually an achievement I never bothered to get because I didn't learn about it until after we left, which is to take out all of the horses in the Nora lands. Like, knock off every piece of armor off of all of them. Or something like that.
Helpful.
More medicine, yes. Getting a bit of extra metal shards to help. You know, it's always nice to get a little bit of extra preparation.
Isn't that him? From the Battle of the Dawn?
Can be. Cinnabar Sands was before that, and there were no survivors.
Oh, it's Nil.
Nil?
Aloy. They told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal.
But by
Still,
words.
I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The weight before blood is shed. Like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Of course.
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist? Well, I don't like to boast.
That's right. It's the friends we
Have
made.
you just polished that armor, was it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion? Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
So I had a suspicion that this would be kind of the case, and I was right.
Huh.
So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
From a nearby pile. Oh. Huh. Hold both to load.
Heavy. It's hard too.
Oh. Oops.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow. Range is good. Try the next.
This
See?
is where it ends.
That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
Nice. I hope I can use some. More people up here.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luthid?
As many as I have to.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so...
What?
cheerful. Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well.
It was done well.
Although, I can't shake this road. Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
That's what I see.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If a Thrall were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So
Are you
I'm doing
remembering
everything
all
I
these
can.
people slowly?
Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Alita. Be safe.
I got some antidotes. I've never had an antidote, it seems. Tab?
Aloy. I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nor at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
That's a nice spear, Uthid.
Thank you.
I like the way you grip it.
Enough, woman.
Enough, woman. If you have time to flirt, you have time to fight. I don't think we've ever been... Ooh, another journal. Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Ugh. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing of the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and Western African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing! Back to Zero Dawn. Best way is actually just go this way. Follow, you know, the actual paths in the game and not going off on my own to be like, I think I can climb a mountain. Who'da thunk? Actually going the way the game wants you to is useful. I don't like it.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
So that was when we visited because they wanted to see why the machines were visiting, why the machines weren't attacking. It turns out it was because of the broadcast that the Oseram broke.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with a VOD?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
No promises. I was getting a slight inkling as like the game was telling you like things you were doing, they were actually remarking, and I was starting to be like, this would be the kind of game where the more people you help, the more people who would help you. So let's do it all. See how much of a difference that makes. And apparently, it did. Now, did we have to do all of them? No. Maybe. I mean, we're gonna find out, but... Also, this is a good time to see what this is like. Looks like a lot of different... Oops. Thank God for our shield.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
Idiot.
It used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Let's not get cocky, boys.
Let's not get cocky, boys.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's... big.
That's big.
It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit him like a hammer till he can't hit back!
Damn right!
Damn
You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
Only if we win.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either.
She doesn't like being called anointed either.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for
So
telling the other Nora not to bow.
Sarcastic.
It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement.
Aw, exactly.
So am I.
Varl.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
Look like
But there
turkeys.
are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put
She's
you
got a
through
very
this.
strong
Do not be sorry.
vein on her
This will
chin.
be ended. My spear, my word.
She is very much unhappy. Just like, such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 more days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the office together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do, so they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. That's what you get when you create a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really, really wouldn't have wanted to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update, that was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock up and seal up. Buried alive for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. But we still have several text logs that are not repaired. Unless there's some up here that we've missed. Nope. You know, for the fact that there are data points that I really wasn't looking for, we did a pretty good job of getting most of them. Like, so far it looks like we missed, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, yes. Here are the ones scattered around the world. All of these. Got all the machines. We missed several glyphs. And we haven't been in the Frozen Wildlands yet. So. Alright. I guess it's time for us to rest before the final battle.
Isn't that right?
But is it really the final battle? How tough can it be? It'll be easy. Right? As long as I don't have to fight like 3 death machines at the same time. Another one? No, we just read that one.
Kept the wheel turning all day. By the forge, I believe I earned it.
Wait, where's this way? I'm surprised.
Owen's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep?
I'm
without
surprised
leaving
Olin
anything
wasn't here.
unfinished?
No way back. The game really is like, yep, do this or don't.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
All allies joined. All right.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King of Vod awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Oh, more cutscene. He looks very sickly right there.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says! Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
Helis!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then. bridge can't take much more of this. It's giving way!
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down! Can't let him in close. Blocked again.
I am chosen. You came from nothing.
I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
None of this was meant to be, Helis. You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand?
You pity me?
Turn your face to the sun.
Through the throat. Jesus Christ. She has avenged Ross, though.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
I'm gonna use my health potions first.
Full already.
Because I'm more likely to get those replenished than anything.
Where do you need me?
Take up a cannon on the platform.
Don't want to be here when that hits.
This is a fun cannon to use. Glad I actually took the time to see how it fires. Otherwise, this would be a bit painful.
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
Vulnerable machine kills. I don't know what that means. Is that high enough? Yeah. Do you know how difficult this would have been if I didn't have the shield? The answer is very. Which is probably why they gave it to you. I don't even see where it is. There it is. Oh no. Carpet bombing is harder than it looks, you know. Oh.
Incoming! Ah!
Hades.
Aloy. Aloy. Aloy.
Tab?
My own mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly.
Alive,
the machines
mostly.
blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
The face of extinction.
Gotta press on.
It's like the destruction of Sector 7.
This is where I belong, Aloy.
before us.
But the spire
Fall
calls
beneath
for
us.
you.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them.
Sit back, move in.
Now you face their true son of shadow demons.
Take the fight to the spire, Aloy.
Meridian will hold. Or my marks of honor mean nothing.
the wrong side.
To think I almost missed this. But where you must go now, I can't follow.
So I wonder how much destruction and how much is saved is going to depend on how much, like, the people you saved. So obviously, Nil and Uthid are very good, strong warriors. You know, well, everybody we recruited are very good, very strong.
These will keep.
An open look turns away from a challenge.
Rest now, Ice Hunter.
And as you can see, there's really no more humans left fighting on that side either. They're all machine. Because, I mean, Hades doesn't require them anymore.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
Converting the biomass. It's eating the world again.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Venora, Baron's Vanguard. I have to get up there.
God damn it, Aloy.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. I knew this wouldn't be easy.
Ooh.
So no holding back.
That was a swing.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that.
We
It's
thought
Aloy.
you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up. Last chance.
Let's boost our health. Not that that's gonna do a whole lot for us, but yeah, let's go.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
Deathbringer right there!
Hi, cha-cha. Notice how its guns can actually shoot
Knock him back.
Don't let them overrun us!
in 3 locations. Oh shit. Oh my god, I can't get a word in. Imagine if this was
on the way.
time.
All of you, focus on the new machines.
Oh no. Biggest issues is that giant freaking thing at the top left, so that's why I'm focusing on that.
Execute.
Big one wants a piece of you, Aloy.
Oh, taking more than you to stop me. That's it. My way's clear.
It's down! Time to do what you came for, Aloy.
But it's probably not done. Too easy. Granted, if you think about it, if you hadn't have done anything like to help, you probably would have only had Varl here. Unless you didn't... If you didn't do any of the side quests, it would have just been me. She wouldn't have been here to help. He wouldn't have been here to help. He wouldn't have been here to help. Maybe Eren would have been here to help, but potentially unlikely as well.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
System threat imminent.
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
Poke. I figured. He's just like, I hug the king. Ooh.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after
Sobeck
she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
That pattern, I wonder if Gaia did that. Ooh, and credits. So we did beat the story. What do you think? Yeah. I did look up the story of Rost, so I'm gonna see if I can't get someone in-game to talk about it. But, if not, I can explain Rost, why he was banished and everything. So I'm gonna see if I can't talk to someone in the Nora to tell us about Rost. It's potential we can talk to somebody about it when we go back in to finish the DLC. Potential. I'm assuming what this credit sequence is also the game showing that they are rebuilding Gaia or something. That is my best guess. Oh, cool. I can skip it.
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Forbidden West. I knew. Silence left for a reason. Silence does not care. I suspected it was gonna be Silence in the end. It was a dick. And I was right. Freaking Silence. Freaking chicken wings. Freaking Silence. There was a reason Silence didn't show up at the end. He could have atoned by helping fight. Oh no. Yay. He wants the knowledge and supremacy? Question mark? I'm not really sure what his end goal is just yet. But I'm assuming that's what we're going to figure out in Forbidden West. Congratulations, blah, blah, blah. Say the worst of it restored just before the looming shadow, prior to the final battle. Marini, keep all the loot and experience. Additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again with all the loot and skills you've accumulated. New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created to play in this mode. Simply choose New Game Plus. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu. Cool. So, there we are. So we can do it again if we want, basically. But oh yes. We've got the shaman's path to do. But before we even do that, like I said, I want to go to the Nora. Was it Mother's Watch? Or was it Mother's Cradle? Yeah. All Mother Mountain, so it would be Mother's Watch. We're looking for the ladies. The cranky old ladies. And of course, if we so want to, we could look for all the, like, data points and everything, but we're like, nah. It feels like so long ago, but also not, that we were helping, you know, people as the outcast before we had even done, you know, our first thing. Yes, Mother's Watch is what I wanted. Now we climb Old Mother's Mountain. I probably could have just teleported to the top of this, but... I really do wish that I either had that PS5 or this was on PC so I could play the next game now. But it is what it is.
The anointed will wash all signs of corruption away.
The goddess is chosen. She went into all...
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess
It'll happen.
Incarnate.
Just later rather than
really
sooner.
Not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. Tirsa,
Here we go.
I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him. Leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl. Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift and never a burden.
All right, Tirsa, that's quite a story. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa.
It is very
What's
sad.
to become of them now?
That
She
will be for
obviously
the
told it
goddess
a
to
lot better
decide.
than me.
Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position.
So,
It's time for me to
what do you
move
think
on.
about Rost?
I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh,
Whoa.
Thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
Dealing with corruption beyond the sacred land. Can one woman do such a thing?
The Anointed will make the murderers pay for what they have done to the Nora.
This is sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Well, there we have
It's
it.
heavy. World's going wide.
Some of the Metal Devils. Crazy, isn't it? How everything changed. I'm very curious how Forbidden West goes. Clearly rumors start filtering in from like the West of like, you know, machines going crazy and like, you know, a metal devil speak. Or she's trying to hunt down what happened, because clearly someone's gonna tell Aloy that something shot out of the devil she killed. You know, and she's gonna probably try to track it down wherever it went. Which is most likely my best guess for how Forbidden West is gonna go, but who knows? Could be completely different. Because as far as we know, we finished what Elizabeth Sobek started. And we don't know a whole lot better. So... I mean, I'm not surprised they made a sequel. Like, obviously, Aloy is a strong, independent character, will definitely speak to people, so no surprise they capitalized on her popularity as a female protag. I don't even remember how the hell I got up there the first time. So we had to go up there for a quest. Oh, here it is. Backside. Or was this another one of those things I just kind of BS'd my way up. Like, it's even crazier now that you know what's inside of, you know, that mountain right there. The fact that that's where Persephone, the Persephone stuff is. The fact that the machines got that close to Persephone and almost infiltrated it. Crazy. Right there is where the, I think that's where we, Ross died. Where we fought against, the Karja the first time. Which would mean right, this area right here is where we held the, trial. And to be honest, when we first started this, I thought I was going to have difficulty playing this game and everything. Up there was the crazy lady's stuff that we had to go retrieve. I think that's where Rost's is. Close. Well, Rost's grave. Mother's heart. Mother's rise. A little bit further left. Rost's grave is over there somewhere. Probably right there. Yep. Oh, how many weeks has it been? Oh, I guess I can't say weeks because we had to skip a week or two. This is part 16. A minimum of 16 weeks.
To think he built all this
4 months.
alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore. No, without this, there's nothing for me here anymore. That wasn't a warning.
Actually possible to even take off all of the things. I'd have to actually look up what the achievement actually is for that one to make sure I know what it is. But it's been a long time since we were here. And Rost's just trying to, you know, do everything we could. Little girl Aloy. Amusing. You know. Yeah, I think we'll probably end this here for this week. I figure we can actually, like, get a good chunk of DLC and everything started next week. I think just ending it with the rest of the story for today was a good plan. Fair enough, yes. Goodness.
Might regret this.
So overall, you'd say it was a good...
I think he built all this.
Good game. Good stream.
So many memories. It's
Good.
not home anymore.
Everything.
Not without Rost. There's nothing for me here anymore.
Of course.
Got one.
Right, where is it? I was gonna end at the grave, but I couldn't find it. Oh, here it is. I literally ran right past it.
Hi, Rost. I'll just take this off. Don't want him listening in. Hi, Rost. A lot has happened. So, I went inside the mountain. Do you remember the night before the proving? The final lesson you taught me? You said I needed to serve a purpose bigger than myself. Well, it couldn't get much bigger. It's the same purpose that drove Elizabeth and Gaia when they were willing to die for. So yeah, I'll do it. Give myself to that for Elizabeth and Gaia and for you. I've got what I need to destroy Hades. The Master Override. Now all I have to do is drive it into Hades' skull, so no problem there. The final battle will be fought at Meridian. Hades will come for his fire, and I'll be ready. I found out how Elizabeth died. She sacrificed herself.
It's nice that you can come here and get a reminder of the game.
About going home. I wonder where that was for her. If I ever find out, I'd like to go there. See it myself. Assuming I actually survived the battle at Meridian, of course. Which, let's face it, is... well... who knows? Well, I'll try to come back if I can.
So probably every time you finish the main story, you could come back and tell Rost. And she'll explain it to you.
This might be it. Thank you, Rost. Thank you for everything.
All right. And that is as good as it can be.
To think he built all this.
For we will finish it here until next week, where we start the Frozen Wilds. So, anyway. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until the next time, everybody, stay funky, people.